Hi everyone, it's Rachel and I've got something quite different for you today. Some of you may have seen on Instagram and various Facebook groups and things that I've been Bible journaling recently, and I had a request to do a video with a bit of a walk through of my journaling Bible, and so I just thought I would show you and just show you what I've been up to really. So this is a NIV journaling Bible. I bought it on Amazon. It was about £17, and at the time I wasn't sure that I liked the elastic strap on it, but as this has got thicker and thicker, actually it's become very, very useful. The sort of route that I took into this was through a company called Illustrated Faith and a lady called Shannon Noel who founded it. And she makes, or they have a range of all sorts of Bible journaling things, like the tabs that you see here, and quite a lot of the things that I've used in my Bible are from them. Now the exciting news is I'm going to be stocking Illustrated Faith in my shop, and so keep an eye out and I'll make sure that you get all the information on that when it all arrives. So first up in here I did the sort of front cover, and I just used acrylic paints with a gift card to scrape the paint across the page in various colours. There's some washi tape in there. This is from a Mambi sticker set that I got from Susie Stickit. It's just for we walk by faith and not by sight, which is 2 Corinthians 5:7. And I've been using quite a lot of the She Blooms collection from Illustrated Faith. So then I'm going to go through in order of the Bible rather than in order of my entries. So just to show you the sort of space that you've got in here. These I think are 2-inch margins and they are lined. Now I wasn't sure that I was going to want them lined because I thought, oh, but I want them blank so I can doodle and stuff. But actually having them lined is quite nice because it helps me if I'm just wanting to write a little bit. So first entry we come to in here was a section in Genesis, and this was just about the rainbow, and so I used a transparency there which I just washi taped in, and did a section on hope really. And yeah, one of the key things to do with, and yes I am covering up some of my journal because it is personal, that I do is I number and I date the entries. So these are stickers from the Reset Girl. I think they are part of her Faith stickers range. They're rather lovely. So then we come to another section, and this is me kind of playing around a little bit. Something that I quite like from the Illustrated Faith range are these die cuts. They are kind of little journaling prompts, and each one has a verse on the back. So this was Deuteronomy 4:29, which is, but if from there you seek the Lord your God, you'll find him if you seek him with all your heart and with all your soul. So be that my vision. And again, just a little bit journaling, a bit decoration. And what I've been finding is when I'm spending time in the Word in this way is that I don't know, I've never been one to sit and meditate on a verse. I just can't do it. I'm like, ooh, what's that? Or, oh, I must go and do that. And things just distract me. But when I'm focused doing something kind of creative as well, I find that I can think much more about the verse and what I'm looking at. So then we have a section on obedience and blessings. I've been really thinking about this. Obedience bringing blessing has been such a theme for me for several years. Okay, and then, right, this one I'm not so keen on. I don't know, it just didn't really work for me, but never mind. I was thinking about singing and worship, and you know, as part of the worship team at church, that's really, really important to me, and being able to worship is such a privilege. But yeah, I was sort of going through these few psalms, looking at how often it talked about singing, and also the word all and everything, and just this kind of the all-encompassing and how much, you know, everything in the earth, everything in the world, you know, is there to glorify God. So then we come into Proverbs, which is one of my favourite verses, Proverbs 3, 5 to 6. Again, do you know what? I don't actually like what I did on this page. I like the colours, but sometimes you've just got to experiment a bit, and if it doesn't come out how you want, then that's not really that bad a thing. And then into Proverbs 31, and I was looking at this woman in Proverbs 31, and I was really thinking about her characteristics, and specifically her characteristics in business and what she was doing, because, you know, I was thinking about myself as a businesswoman, and goodness me, that's been a journey to get to be able to say that, and what she does and what this woman does, and how it, you know, how she goes about it in the right way. And I was just really thinking about that for myself. And yeah, then we were looking at being brave, more in Ecclesiastes. And whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead where you are going, there is neither working nor planning nor knowledge or wisdom. And there's no planning, which kind of made me go, ooh, gosh. I used a couple of Project Life cards as well, which I did a little bit of journaling just on the back. And I just used some alphabet letters and some of the die cuts and stickers again from Illustrated Faith. Then, where do we come to then? Okay, so one of my absolute favourite bits in the Gospels, when Jesus walks on the water and he calls Peter out to him and he says, "Come." And I just thought, yeah, you call me out upon the waters. And there's that wonderful song Oceans by Hillsong as well, and I was just really thinking about that. And then we come to Called, and with this I was sort of looking at when Jesus called his first disciples, and, you know, he called them and they left everything and followed him. They just went. They didn't kind of stop and go, well, actually, I need to go and do this, and I need to do this, and I want to do the other. They just went, and, you know, there was no baggage, so that's why I put that in there. They just left everything, no popping back to say goodbye. They just left when they were called. Then a little section about restored, and yeah, this verse for me has been such a key one. So this is Luke, and it's chapter 8:48. When the woman comes and she just touches Jesus' robe and she's healed, and he says, "Daughter, your faith has healed you, go in peace." And some of you know, if you've watched my other videos, that, you know, I've battled with depression, and I can say today that I am restored, I am well again, and that's, yeah, that verse has kept me going for a long time. So there we go. So that was really, really important to do that one for me. This was a free printable that I got from the Illustrated Faith blog for Good Friday and Easter, and I was just looking at the crucifixion and looking at the cross. This is my first entry, looking at gifts. We all have our own specific gifts. Yeah, and you know, put in there, I'm made to create, no more listening to a lie that says I can't, that I'm not good enough, and all things need love or they are pointless. So, and then again coming through into Corinthians. I didn't do so much on this page, I just kind of did a little bit in the margins and a little bit of layering and things. And then into Galatians, and these have slipped, which is quite annoying. I'm going to have a look at that. And I was looking at the fruits of the Spirit, and yeah, started doing a little bit of lettering, which is quite fun. Something that I've wanted to do for ages, and I thought I'm just going to have to practice and try. These tabs that I've put on, I have actually put on with repositionable adhesive, which is from just a little roller, which I think is why they are slipping around a little bit. And the idea of the tab really at the top with the word and the prompt of what you've been doing is just to be able to look back and find easily. And then into Philippians, And again, this is another set from Illustrated Faith, Whatever is Lovely. And then into James, and I love that die cut. I colour in my Bible, and I was looking at being a doer of the word, and I just used some pastels here which you can then add water to and just get kind of a watercolour effect. So that's as much as I've done. Oh, and that's my experiment page at the back, because you're going to have a page to try things out and try out different pens and things. So that's what I've done so far in there, and I mean, this has just really become such a blessing to spend time in the Word in this way. I've really enjoying it, and I hope you've enjoyed having a little look through there, and perhaps that's given you some ideas or inspiration. If it has, I would love to hear your thoughts down below, and yeah, keep an eye out for when the Illustrated Faith things come into the shop, which I'm really excited about. You know, there's only a couple of UK stockists. Well, actually there's only one that I can think of, which is where I bought mine from. But I just looked and I thought, you know what, there's people over here that are hungry for this as well, and if I can make things available for them, then I'd like to. So, hope you're going to give that a thumbs up as well. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall speak to you again soon. Take care, lovelies. Bye.